Hey YouTube, Hyckory Styck back here with you again, coming to you from the front deck of Bass Hunting Express. Let's do a rod review. Now what I've got in my hand is an ALX Zolo Speedfury. It is a 7'5" rod. The power is called medium light plus, and it's fast action. It's rated for 1/4 to 5/8 ounce baits and 8 to 14 pound test line. Keegan micro guides, an American reel seat. It's a nice looking rod, got a good color scheme. It's black on black with a little few blue accents, but we all know that's not what really matters. What really matters is how does it perform. This rod was developed to throw lightweight, weightless worms, lightweight spinnerbaits, and lightweight jig heads, and it excels at that. I've been fishing since I was old enough to hold a rod. Now, I'm not a tournament fisherman. I've never been a tournament fisherman, but I've been fishing all my life. I fished with everything from a $20 Walmart special Rhino rod Zebco combo all the way up to a $600 or $700 combo. I've thrown Rhinos, Fenwicks, Quantums, Bass Pro Shop brand. I've thrown Shimano's, Falcons, and I'm talking about good Falcons when they were American made before they shipped all their production to China. G Loomis, Cashin. I've thrown Hammer, and probably a bunch more that I can't even remember. And I can tell you right now, when it comes to throwing a weightless worm or a lightweight jig headed, there is nothing that I have ever thrown that compares to this rod right here. This rod is absolutely phenomenal. The sensitivity is out of this world. You can feel absolutely everything that your bait touches under the water with this rod, whether it's a weightless worm or it's a jig head. Anything it bumps into, you're going to feel it with this rod. It's absolutely phenomenal, and it's going to throw it well. Even though it's rated for 1/4 to 5/8, it will throw heavier than that. I've thrown 3/4 ounce spinner baits with it. It's handled them well. But with lighter weights is where it really excels. It will load up with the lightest weight. I fish a Nico Fishing Hellgrammite. I fish it weightless a lot of times, and this rod will throw that weightless Hellgrammite. And if you've ever fished a Hellgrammite, you know the Hellgrammites will float. They're so light. And this rod will sling that Hellgrammite a good 60 feet. And I mean, I'm a sidearm caster, and I'm not the world's greatest distance caster by any means. And I can tell you right now, 60 to 70 feet is about all I get out of anything, regardless of how heavy it is. So that tells you how good this rod throws a lightweight bait. But you put a light jig head on it, and it really excels. For instance, this is a Nico Fishing Crawl with a 1/16 ounce tungsten Harmony Fishing jig head. This rod fishes this combo. It throws it perfectly. It fishes it perfectly. You can feel every little thing that the jig head goes across. I've got lots of other rods, and I've got some really good rods. I fish Cashins a lot. I love Cashin rods. You couldn't put a piece of paper between the quality of a Cashin and an ALX. I can tell you that right now. I love both of them. But they each have their places that they excel. The ALX, it excels at throwing these lightweight baits. Now, ALX has a whole range of rods in their Zolo series for all different weight classes of bait. This Speedfury is for lightweight stuff, and I bought it for lightweight because I wanted to be able to throw weightless worms in these small jig head creature baits with it, and it did not disappoint me at all. This crawfish, man, you can throw it and you can work it however you want, fellas. If you are a bass fisherman that likes to fish crawfish, either weightless or with a small jig head, get you one of these and give it a try. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Weightless worms, such as Cincos, either rigged Texas rig or even rigged wacky, you can feel every little thing. I have a G Loomis, and I'm not saying anything bad about G Loomis. G Loomis is a fantastic rod, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking down on them, just using it as a comparison. That's in a little bit heavier weight class than this one, but not much, just one step up. This rod, this ALX, is twice as sensitive as that G Loomis. twice as sensitive, at least. You will get every bit of your dollars out of this rod. It's a $250 rod. You will get every bit of your dollars. And another good thing about it, it is 100% made right here in the USA, right up there in the Carolinas. From the blank to the guides to the reel seat, it's all made here, right here in the US, which is very important to me. As a fisherman, I want to support my local US market as much as possible, because that's where our heart is. And I can tell you right now, ALX is doing it right. They've got it done right. Their product is phenomenal, and you cannot go wrong with this rod. Let me show you some hookups and some fish battling. Fish. Ooh, that's a good. Oh, I lost him. Very big, but he took it. So you can see right there how well this rod performs. Now granted, nothing I showed you was some large fish. I didn't catch any large fish, but I can tell you now, I have hooked some large fish that I have not got on camera with it, and it handles a larger fish just as well as it handles those smaller fish. It will drag anything to the boat. It has a great action to it. It has a great bend to it. It has plenty of power to set the hook, plenty of power to snatch the fish to you. So if you're looking for a really good lightweight worm rod for weightless worms or small jigs, give the Zolo Speedfury a try. You will not be disappointed. Don't think I'm advertising for ALX, because I have no affiliation with them. This is the first ALX rod I've ever owned. This is an honest review. This is the opinion of an old redneck boy that just loves to bass fish. Take it with a grain of salt, make up your own mind, but don't overlook the ALX. It'll outperform anything you can get your hands on. I can promise you that. Till next time, Hyckory Styck. Y'all have a good one.